Hi, I'm Adriana.
I'm Claire.
And this is The Wave! Hi guys, so for today's video we are going to be giving you guys the rundown of interview day. And we're just basically going to be giving you guys tips, advice, idea of like what questions to expect during the interview, and just so whenever you get there you won't be so like psyched out about everything.
Yeah. Okay, so Adriana and I actually didn't attend to like interview day itself. We went to makeup interviews, but we did get a lot of information from the administrators, from people in general. So this is like accumulated advice towards you guys, and yeah. Okay, so interview day is going to be split up into two main sessions, which is the morning session and the afternoon session. And so if you were assigned the morning session, then that means that you will be doing your interview and all your tests, like your math and writing test in the morning. And if you are assigned the afternoon session, the same thing. And another thing to add is that if you want to get a campus tour, or if you like are actually really curious, then let's say you were assigned the afternoon session, you can come by in the morning and get a tour around, because the parents, like while you are doing all your interview stuff, the parents will be taking tours around the campus. So you can just tag along with the morning session if you really wanted a tour.
Okay, so one of the biggest things that you're going to do during interview day is take a math placement test and a writing test. And for the math placement test, do not stress about it at all, because it's like completely unrelated to like whether you're admitted to MSMS or not. It's literally just to see like where you are math wise. So definitely don't stress. Study a little bit before you come into the test, just like so you're not just like
just to brush some things up. You know, some things just slip out of your mind. So like just to brush some things up, make sure you kind of just like review over your stuff, but don't seriously stress about it. Don't like seriously hardcore study for it. This is literally just to see like if you got accepted, or if you decide to come to MSMS, what math class you would be placed in. Yeah,
so just like brush up on algebra, geometry, like your basic skills, and make sure you realize you will not know everything on this test. Like this test literally goes up to like calculus. So like if you get on the test and you realize that you don't know like any of it, don't stress out, because like that's kind of how it's like made. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're taking the test, and don't stress. And the next test you're going to be taking is the writing test. The writing test does count to your admissions to MSMS, and it's basically just to see if your writing styles from your application online match the writing style that you show whenever you're like taking the writing test. And it's just to like prevent things like plagiarism and stuff, because obviously if you plagiarize something, they're not going to match up, so your application would be thrown out for obvious reasons.
Okay, so another thing I'd just like to add is that I've had a couple prospective juniors like already ask me this, but like what exactly is the writing prompt? And though Adriana and I obviously can't disclose what our writing prompt was from last year, or and like we don't know what it is for this year, but what we can tell you is that it was very similar to a writing ACT prompt. And if you've ever taken the writing ACT, you'll know that those prompts are all like for your opinion, and they don't have a right or wrong answer, and they're all like designated toward a argumentative paper. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Don't stress about it too much. These are all very vague topics that anyone can have a perspective on, so
yeah, there's no right or wrong answer whenever you're writing. So whatever.
It's basically, I mean, the purpose of the writing test is basically just to see the plagiarism thing, so yeah. And obviously you guys didn't plagiarize on your essays, so there should be no problem with that.
Right.
Okay, so now on to like the interview portion. The interviews, try not to make it too like professional or anything. Like, you know, try to be more casual with it, you know, just invite yourself into the panel of judges.
Yeah, the point of the interview, or like a big thing part of the interview, is to like hear what you have to say, and just for like you to be yourself, because this is like, they know who you are on paper, but now they want to see you in person. So, well, at least in my experience, and like from what I've heard from other people, I feel like it's kind of like an awkward silence, because you're just like telling them everything about yourself. But like that's kind of how it's supposed to be, because that's kind of the point of the interview, to see who you are in person. So don't fret if your interviewers seem like uninterested, because they're just like doing their job.
Right.
And interviews are pretty casual. Claire and I, we went to makeup interview day, so we had like, actually I'm not even sure who was interviewing us, but usually there's like alum who are interviewing you guys. So very chill, they understand like what you're going through. So yeah, don't fret.
Yeah, and also I'd just like to add that like when you're in your interview, don't try to like list off your resume and stuff. Like, you know, it's nice to like show off a couple things, but like, you know, they don't really want to hear what your accomplishments are unless it's like, I don't know, something about your personality or like you're leading up to a story or something. So yeah, just try not to like be too professional. Like, this isn't like some like major job interview. This is just for them to see who you are and if you would be a good fit to MSMS, because you know, some people just,
yeah, and like obviously tell them about yourself, but like be careful not to overshare, because like they don't want to know like your life story. They're just trying to know like what type of person you are. Like, obviously don't tell them like all the bad qualities about yourself, but at the same time don't make yourself out to be like a robot who's like constantly doing homework or something.
Yeah.
So like yeah,
they know you're humans. Don't
be casual and you will be fine. Like, just pretend like you're just like casually talking to like anybody else and you'll be fine.
Yes. Also another thing, I've also had like, and I'm sure Adriana has too, but we've had people like approach to us asking like what kind of questions they're gonna ask and stuff. And they're very general questions. They might ask you like, oh, how was your old school like? Or like, oh,
how do you manage your time? Yeah,
like time management, just things like that. You know, so
just making sure like you will survive
at MSMS, like, you know, making sure you can handle the responsibilities of coming here, and stuff like that. So again, don't worry too much, try to make it casual. Honestly, it might be better for you not to know the questions, so that like it's not some robotic answer that you're giving.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going into like a few side notes. One bigger side note is how you dress. For an interview day, obviously, you don't have to dress, like come in a like suit and tie or anything, because it's not that serious, but do come and like look presentable, just how you would, like just look nice. Like, you don't have to come looking like you're going to like a wedding or anything, but just make sure you look nice, like you brush your hair, like
just look put together.
Like, look presentable and you'll be fine. You don't have to wear anything fancy, so don't freak out about that.
Another thing, try to eat breakfast before you come. I know
you're in the morning session.
No, I mean, it applies for anyone, honestly. Like, just try to eat breakfast. You know, some people just don't eat breakfast, aka me and Adriana, but try to eat breakfast. It's good for you. And if you want to come eat at the cafeteria for lunch, then you are free to do so. Pretty sure you have to pay, but I mean...
No, I'm pretty sure we got tickets.
No, but those tickets were for sale too.
Never mind them.
So yeah, pretty sure you have to pay, but yeah, if you want to eat at the cafeteria or see what MSMS cafeteria food is like, or MUW cafeteria food, whatever, then you can eat at the cafeteria for lunch. So, okay, 2 more things to add on. Firstly, you guys will probably be wondering when you're gonna get your acceptance letter, and Adriana and I got ours on April 2nd, so sometime around that time period, be on the lookout for your letter.
Yes. And we also have something we want to mention to you guys. So basically, Claire is the class historian for our class, and she runs the class of 2021 Instagram page, and we have a thing called Junior Spotlight, where we put the spotlight on 2 juniors a week, or like, I don't think the timing's like scheduled as of right now, but basically 2 juniors in each post. And this is a good chance for you guys to like learn about a bit about your seniors before you come. So definitely go check it out. It's on the Instagram page for MSMS class of 2021.
And we'll link that down below. On top of that, if you guys want to just like reach out to them, like DM them and talk to them, then you know, it's a great way to like, you know, meet your seniors
and interact with them.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, you can obviously ask them too. They're just as qualified.
Okay guys, so that's pretty much all for this video, and as always, be sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe to our channel. Please be sure to subscribe and share, because we're so close to 100 subscribers. So yeah, and as always, you know what that means. See you next Wednesday, because it's spring break.